Welcome to course 7 out of 8 of the Agile PMI-ACP Agile Certified Practitioner Certification Program. This course is on managing stakeholder engagement. To start, some introductory ideas about this topic. An Agile project depends on the active involvement of various stakeholders throughout the development process. Internal stakeholders include executives and developers who are not part of the development team but have a vested interest. External stakeholders include the product team and end users of the product being developed. Strategies for ensuring active stakeholder involvement include keeping senior managers informed, providing training, being flexible and accepting customer representatives, and insisting on the stakeholders' involvement. An Agile project leader needs to ensure stakeholder involvement throughout the phases in the APM model. During the initiation phase, stakeholders develop a product vision. To help do this, they may create a product vision box and an elevator test statement. In the release planning phase, stakeholders contribute to the development of the product backlog and customer-facing stories. They may also provide customer-drawn sketches and collaborate in developing an FBS and a trade-off matrix. In the development phase, stakeholders participate in iteration planning, monitor progress, and guide and advise the development team. During the review and adapt phase, stakeholders participate in product demonstrations, technical reviews, team performance evaluations, and status review meetings. During the close phase, stakeholders help identify lessons learned for use in future projects. Agile projects depend on fast, effective decision-making, with all relevant parties participating in the decision-making progress and agreeing on shared values. Decision framing is useful for determining who should participate and what implications a decision may have. To help a group reach consensus, you can use a decision gradient. All participants plot their opinions or positions in terms of a decision on the gradient. The group discusses the results and then uses the gradient to vote a second time. In the process, group members move closer to achieving consensus. Agile methodologies promote knowledge sharing as an essential part of a project's success. In Agile projects, successful knowledge sharing depends on appropriate documentation, frequent interaction between team members and other stakeholders, and open access to information. For documentation to be agile, it should be easy to navigate, tailored to its audience, lean, relatively stable, and profitable. Agile projects depend on frequent interaction among developers and between developers and other stakeholders. Successful communication depends on the use of simple, clear language and can be aided through the use of models. An Agile approach also promotes open access to information by using specific tools to share information among stakeholders, collocating team members, establishing regular status meetings, and bringing the customer into the working environment. Feedback plays a crucial role in helping Agile teams to maximize the value that they deliver to project customers. During release planning, customers provide feedback by creating and ordering the items in a product backlog. During iteration planning, customers may need to provide additional feedback on some user stories that will help developers to understand the requirements and commit to the user stories that they will develop in the next iteration. During iteration review meetings, teams demonstrate what they have developed in the last iteration, and customers provide feedback. Customer feedback may also be gathered through customer tests and stakeholder feedback groups. As I said, just some ideas to help you understand what is this course about. And now that you know this, let me tell you that this course has two sections. One is called Keeping Stakeholders Actively Involved, and the other is called Tools for Stakeholder Engagement. After completing the first section on keeping stakeholders actively involved, you will be able to categorize members of a project community according to stakeholder types, recognize strategies for ensuring stakeholder engagement, and recognize the activities that engage stakeholders throughout the phases of an Agile project. After completing the second section on tools for stakeholder engagement, you will be able to explain the concept of decision framing, use a decision gradient to lead a group in making a decision, recognize an appropriate level of knowledge sharing on an Agile project, and recognize strategies for gathering stakeholder feedback. This is what we are going to cover during this course, but first, let's see an overview of the entire Agile PMI-ACP, Agile Certified Practitioner certification program, and some advice on using Udemy for a better learning experience.